Hi, welcome to the beautiful city of Lincoln. Now today I'm going to be looking at the two Premier Inns here in the city of Lincoln and asking the question, which one should you stay at and what are the advantages and disadvantages of both hotels? I happen to come from Lincoln, it's my hometown, so I know the city very, very well, and I'll be explaining what the locations are like for both hotels and what other advantages and disadvantages you have if you choose to stay at one of them. First of all, I'm going to be looking at the Premier Inn at Canwick, which is just outside the city of Lincoln, and then I'm going to be looking at the Premier Inn actually in the centre of Lincoln, and there are quite a few differences between them. So if you're thinking of staying at a Premier Inn in Lincoln, then I strongly advise you to keep watching till the end so that I can help you decide which one to choose from. Okay, well, let's start off with a room tour of the Premier Inn here in the city of Lincoln.
Well, the first thing you notice when you enter the room is it is quite spacious. It's definitely more spacious than the rooms at the Lincoln City Centre Premier Inn. So if you want a bit more space, then this Premier Inn at Canwick is definitely more spacious than the one in Lincoln City Centre, which is quite handy if you're travelling on business or if you're a family and you just want to spread out a bit. There's a nice desk to do some work, a nice desk lamp, the usual courtesy tray. As usual, they never provide enough coffee, but I went down to reception and they gave me a few more, just a couple of sachets and a few milks. Plenty at reception. Metal kettle, which is always a bonus. I much prefer metal kettles to plastic ones, they're more hygienic. They do breakfast and they also do evening meals. Now, it's not in the restaurant itself, it's in the Beefeater restaurant, which is literally opposite, just on the other side of the car park, so it's only about a minute's walk away. And that's on site, but I didn't bother eating last night at the Beefeater. The menu looked a bit expensive and the food didn't look great, to be totally honest. And then one of those single beds that they give you that's supposed to double up as a sofa or somewhere to put your bag. And then the window. Now there's secondary double glazing, which it needs because it'll be too noisy and cold without. So they put in secondary double glazing, which is fine. My window's a bit misted up at the moment because I've just had a shower, but it is a really nice rural location, as you can see through the misted up window. Nice rural location, and it's only about half an hour's walk into the centre of Lincoln, but it feels like you're out in the countryside, which is really nice. To have that kind of rural feeling, despite not being far from the town. Nice comfortable bed as usual. 6 coat hangers, which is good really. I've been to some places and they only give you 2 or 3 coat hangers. 6 coat hangers is plenty if you're only staying for a few nights. Big mirror, and then some storage space to put a flight case or a laptop computer, something like that. It's a shame they don't provide safes really, that would be quite handy. Obviously you've got the hairdryer and the mirror, the vanity mirror if you're drying your hair. A couple of hooks to put your coats. And plenty of storage space really. There's always quite good storage space I find in Premier Inns. This is just one of the basic rooms. It's not one of the Premier Plus rooms. They do have them at this hotel. But I think the basic rooms are actually quite nice. Lovely big TV. Great big Samsung television, and I was able to play some films last night as well using a USB stick, which I always like to do, so they all work. Samsung, great for that. They usually work in most file formats if you bring some films. Big bathroom mirror, and a massive bonus, the bath, which you don't get at a lot of budget hotels. The smaller ones and the ones in the city centres often don't have a bath, but this one, it's a more spacious Premier Inn and they do have a bath as well. Some nice cosmetic soaps, Bayliss & Harding shampoo, conditioner and hand soap next to the hand basin. Immaculately clean, very, very impressed with the cleanliness. So just stepping back outside into the room again, just to give you another look at how spacious it is. There's air conditioning, which also doubles up as a heater. Now I'm staying in the middle of winter, so I actually need it on heating mode. and it's fairly simple to operate. It's basically only a couple of buttons, so I found it really easy to turn it on. I can't vouch for the air conditioning itself because I didn't use it, but I did use the heater and it did warm the room up, so it does seem to be very effective. And then just an overview of the room, a nice big comfortable bed.
So what about the actual location of the two hotels? Well, the one I'm staying in at the moment is in a little village called Canwick, which is about 25 to 30 minutes walk from Lincoln city centre, or you can get a bus down the hill into the town. A taxi won't cost you much either. It's not really in Lincoln itself, it's just very, very slightly outside Lincoln, but it is definitely walkable. You can certainly walk into the centre of town in under half an hour. Might take you a bit longer to walk back because it's up a hill all the way back, but this particular hotel does have a big advantage that there is lots of free parking, and I found that the rooms are a lot more spacious here than the other Premier Inn, which is in the city centre. It's not quite as convenient, especially if you come to Lincoln on public transport. If you come to Lincoln, for example, on the train, then you are going to struggle a little bit. You'd probably have to get a taxi to the hotel, whereas the hotel in the city centre, the Premier Inn in Lincoln city centre, you can walk from the station. But this does have a big advantage of lots of free parking. There's also several electric charging points. I can't stand electric cars myself, but if you have an electric car, then there are 4 points to do some charging of your car. And the car park's right next to the hotel as well. I mean, I'll show you my car here, just behind me. If I swivel around, I've literally parked right outside the front door of the hotel. There's my car. So it's really easy to get parking right outside your room and keep an eye on your car overnight. It is a really safe area, to be perfectly honest. Canwick is a nice little village, very close to International Bomber Command. So if you want to see one of the big new tourist sites in Lincoln, International Bomber Command, well worth the visit. I'd highly recommend that. Of course, you might be coming to Lincoln just for business reasons, and it's handy just to have free parking right outside. There's also a restaurant right behind me. It's a beef-eater restaurant. Personally, I wouldn't eat at a place like this myself. I had a look at the menu, and it's, to be honest, I think it's a bit overpriced for what it is. But it is obviously very convenient because you're literally opposite the hotel. I mean, there's the beef-eater restaurant. I turn around, and there's the hotel. So if you just want a quick meal, then that's fine. The hotel also does breakfast, which is great if you want breakfast. Again, I'm not bothered myself, but some people like to have breakfast. So a lot of convenience in terms of parking, eating. Not quite so convenient if you come into Lincoln on the train, but it's not too far to walk into town. As I say, about half an hour into the centre of town. If you're going to the tourist areas of Lincoln, by which I mean the castle, the cathedral, what's called the uphill area of Lincoln, then could take you up to an hour to walk. So probably better to get a taxi if you want to look around the cathedral and the castle. But the town centre, where all the shops are and the businesses, that's about half an hour's walk, or probably 5-10 minutes to drive, or maybe a 10-minute taxi ride. So it's outside the centre of Lincoln, but it's okay. It's convenient enough. So, should you stay at one of the Premier Inns in the city of Lincoln? And if you do, which one should you choose? Well, really, it's a question of horses for courses. It depends why you're coming to Lincoln in the first place, and also how you're going to get here. If you're travelling to Lincoln by train, then you're probably better off staying at the city centre Premier Inn, which is a lot closer to the railway station. It's also closer to the tourist attractions. So if you're mainly coming to Lincoln for the castle, the cathedral, and all the historic attractions in the city centre, then the city centre Premier Inn is going to be more convenient. However, the disadvantages of the city centre Premier Inn is that first of all, the rooms are smaller, and secondly, the parking situation. There's no free parking outside, so you will have to find a car park somewhere nearby. And also, personally, I don't think the rooms are as good. Now, here at Canwick Premier Inn, which is a couple of miles outside Lincoln, the rooms are a lot more spacious. and you have free parking right outside the hotel, which is really convenient, especially if you're coming here on business. It's very easy to get to this Premier Inn, very easily accessible. It's nice and peaceful as well. It's in a quiet rural area, and you can just park your car right outside, get into your room, spread out and do some work. So if you're here in Lincoln on business, then I'd probably choose the Premier Inn here at Canwick. But obviously it's entirely up to you how convenient you want things to be, and also how much space you want in your room. You'll definitely get a more spacious room here at Canwick, and you'll also get free parking, but you do have the disadvantage that it's about a 30-minute walk into the centre of Lincoln, and in fact it's nearly an hour's walk if you're going to go to the cathedral and the castle and the historic area, although it's very easy to get a taxi, and there are plenty of buses that go into Lincoln as well. So it really depends on what you want, why you're here, and how much space you want, and whether you need free parking or not. One thing I would say though, in terms of advantage and disadvantage, and that is in terms of cost. Now, just to give you a rough idea, and bear in mind this is just a very, very rough idea, the price I paid to stay here on a Saturday night was about £50, which is actually very reasonable for a Saturday night in Lincoln. Now, if I was to stay at the city centre Premier Inn on the same night, it was £100, so it's literally double the price. And you're paying double the price even though you've got no free parking, and also the rooms aren't as good. So if you want good value and a better quality room, you're probably better off staying here at Canwick. Now, these prices are just a very rough guide. Obviously, different nights are different prices. You can pay a lot more on another night. And one thing I have found as well is if you book a long way in advance, then the Canwick Premier Inn is a lot cheaper. So to give an example, when I actually booked, I booked 3 months in advance, and the difference was £100 at city centre and £50 here at Canwick. But the night before, the price was the same for both. It was literally £100 for both hotels. So you're probably only going to get a price advantage if you do book in advance. But just generally speaking, and I'm only making a very rough generalisation, you will find that it's going to be cheaper staying here at Canwick, and you are going to get a better room as well. It's just whether you can put up with the inconvenience of being half an hour's walk from the centre of town. Well, I hope you found that useful, and I hope it helps you to decide whether or not to stay at Premier Inn in Lincoln, and if so, which of the two hotels to choose. My name's Darren Bugg. I make films all over the United Kingdom. It's mainly films aimed at business travellers, although these films could be just as useful for families, for solo travellers, or for couples who just want a romantic weekend away. Please remember to subscribe, to like, to share, all that kind of stuff. I hope you find this useful, and if you want me to visit your local town and review hotels where you live, then please just drop a comment in the box below, and I'll see if I can make it over to your town to review some of the budget hotels where you live. Until next time, happy travels, and I'll see you again very soon.